welcome back to Dang Square. In this video I'm going to be showing how I use my PODxt as a secondary backup system for my MatriBox 2. So here it is, my PODxt from Line6 is the version 1. You can tell because it's got the old original logo on it. It doesn't have the newer logo. It is the of the set, the XT. They had the original, I think the second version, and then this one, and after this one was the X3 or something like that. But this is what I'm using as a backup for my gig rig from my MatriBox 2 Pro, along with the footboard. I'm really impressed in how this system works. I'm kind of behind on how this whole thing works because I didn't get this until like several years ago. So I'm still fairly new to the Line6 pod setup. But anyway, this is what I'm using it as. I'm not going to go through any of the presets. I'm just going to show you how I'm using it. And I'll show you with the board as well, because everything on the pod shows up on the board. So I got my clean. I had to mark it as clean because I kept wanting to double tap everything to clear out the clean, but it doesn't do that. It just goes to a manual mode. So I had to remind myself that's the clean setting. So I have the clean setting, then I have a light overdrive, and then OD1 and an OD2 setting. I like how this setup works because it kind of does a hybrid of preset and stomp mode. So I have my, the 4 presets, 1 through 4, and then you have the second row is all the different stomps you can use: delay, reverb, modulation, stomp, and then effects, which is actually the compressor gate. So for the clean channel, that's a compressor, and I have reverb on automatically. The modulation is a tremolo that I use. The delay is delay, and the stomp, I believe, I can't remember what I have for stomp for clean, but I think it's just a regular stomp because I'm not really using that for anything for that channel. So for the light channel, it's very similar. Modulation changes to flanger. Compressor gate and reverb is on. OD2 is compressor gate is on with a tube screamer, and then OD1, then OD2. The same thing is compressor gate with the tube screamer. Great part, and it's kind of similar how the MatriBox works with the volume wah pedal. You kind of press down on it, and it's not the greatest to step on. You change it to the wah. There's more of a little knock with it when it switches over that kind of gives you the simulation of a button. The MatriBox 2 does not have that, but I still use my Mark Tremonti power wah anyway, so it doesn't matter. But I'm very impressed on how this thing works. It seems kind of complicated to program and set all your presets and whatnot, but once you get into the menus and how everything works, it's not as complicated as you think. You just gotta pay attention to what you're actually doing. So yeah, I go to my clean channel, get your amp setting, which is a match chief amp. There's my cabinets. All of them are set to a 412 Brit Vintage 30 with a 57. I try to set everything very similar across all the presets just to keep consistency. Compressor gate off. So the stomp is a screamer for the clean, but I really don't use it. Like, it's an extra overdrive if I want it, but I'm not really using that on the clean channel. Bias trim. Oh, so this is a tremolo for the modulation. Analog delay, studio spring, standard spring, reverb, wah, all your different little features of each little page. Reverb has its own knob, so that's kind of helpful sometimes for reverb in case you need to add more or not. For light channel, I am using Soldano 100. For the C, it's also Soldano, and then for the metal one, I'm using let's see. So let's try this again. B is also, or C, excuse me, is also a Soldano. There we go. And then Line6 Insane amp modeler for the metal tone. I'm not gonna go through any of the tones on it, but yeah, that's my different ones. Keep it kind of simple, but that's how I'm using my Line6 PODxt as my backup rig to my Matrixbox 2 Pro. It's very similar. The only reason I'm even using the Soldano on the Matrixbox is because it's the only amp that I found on there clean wise that would work well with the All My Friends or Pedal Heads pedal. So it took the overdrive section of that pedal very well, so I kept that as my clean amp. This one, I just like it. This Match Chief, I think is based off of a Matchless amp, and then the two Soldano amps, and then the Insane Line6 amp model. But yeah, that's how I'm using this as a backup rig. Thank y'all for watching. Catch y'all later.